Hi, I'm Mark McPherson. Welcome to one of my videos in which we take a look at one of what I call the essential, fundamental, core, non-verbal or visual communication skills. In this video, we're going to take a look at what is commonly called anchoring, and I'm going to explain the term by giving you a bit of a story. Many years ago, I belonged to a community group where we used to, the whole point of it was to practice our presenting and public speaking skills. I was there one night and a fellow was giving a talk, and he was actually giving the eulogy that he'd given a little while before at a funeral. And he was talking and he said, and there was the coffin. He had anchored or allocated, associated this spot here with the coffin. A little bit later he said, now I'm going to sit down. And you could actually hear people in the audience, in the group. It was a small group, but you could hear the people go, ooh, because he was going to sit on the coffin. He had allocated this spot here to be the coffin, and he was going to sit on it. So people remember where we anchor things, where we associate things, where we link things, where we put things virtually. Remember, it's a bit like in a play or a TV show or movie or whatever it happens to be, where people say, let's go out the door, or there is Bill. Now, it'd be a bit funny later on if they said, yes, let's go out the door, or hello, Bill. Well, it's the wrong direction. They have anchored that particular thing in a particular spot. So anchoring is all about linking, associating a thing such as a concept, an idea, a message, some information, an emotion or a feeling with something else, which could be a location, a spot on the stage or the floor or the seminar room or whatever it happens to be. It could be linked to a facial gesture, it could be a word, it could be a tone, it could be a sound, it could be an actual object. So it's about linking, associating one thing with another. And why we do this is because it helps the quality of our communication. It helps people. It helps people be attentive. It helps them focus. It helps them remember things. So when we want to talk about a particular concept or idea, pardon me, when we want to talk about a particular idea and we want to link it, anchor it with something else, if we constantly do things like, so I was listening intently. Next time we do this, so there I was. You don't even have to say the words if you have anchored the concept of listening to this particular gesture. So anchoring can be done deliberately or it can be done accidentally. The best way of anchoring is to do it deliberately. And that way we have control of what communication we want to offer, what messages we want to give. It makes the communication better if we do it deliberately. So, there were three things. The first one was, the second one was, the third one was. Now, I have anchored the first, second and third thing, not only in that gesture, but the position as well. So if we want to talk about the first thing again, it'd be a bit odd if I said, so let's talk about this first thing. It'd be a bit odd, wouldn't it? That's where the first thing is. So let's do it deliberately so that we can use these spots, these anchors, to enhance the quality of our communication. I know this is so important in so many aspects of life. I remember I used this when I was a teacher way back in the late 70s, early 80s, used anchoring a lot because it helped the quality of the communication with our students. There are only three things. Let me just talk about this thing right now. Class, there I've anchored the concept of, hey, be quiet, with this, to the point where quite often you could look at students just go. In my work in helping people master tough conversations and deal with difficult people, one of the things that I anchor is the message of, once you've said what you need to say, stop it. Make it clear, make it succinct, and then that's it. Close the mouth, be quiet, shut up if you like. So interestingly, at the end of a workshop, towards the end of a workshop, I can say to people, and after you've said that, just remember. And people go, that's it, leave it alone. It helps people recall information as well as make them attentive and remember it. They actually recall it better. Let me leave it there. That's what anchoring is. You know, particular parts of a stage, a location, a particular body movement, a particular sound, a particular ooh, whatever it happens to be, a gesture. I was thinking. Whatever gesture you want to use to be thinking, once you've anchored it, please make sure you continue to use it. It's confusing otherwise to the audience. Let me leave it there. All the very best to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Look after your friends, look after your family, and I do hope to chat to you soon. See you later.